Hey friends, this is Grace here. Happy Friday, September 20th. It's my anniversary, my wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to my sweet husband, Chris. I should say fun husband, Chris. He is sweet too, but he's more fun than he is sweet. I'm just going to shut up. Love you, baby. Happy anniversary. It is, let's see, Friday on YouTube. I go live every Friday at 11 a.m. on YouTube, or pretty much every Friday. And I've got some Happy Mail to open. I should cover up addresses, right? That one is covered up. Got some Happy Mail to open. And I've got a book here that I'm working on that I'm going to keep working on. So when you get here, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to shut this overhead light off. I don't know why every time I go live, I forget to do that, but it does give you guys a better view of the table, which is nice. I probably could back you up a little bit. Yeah, so you can see that a little better. So welcome, welcome. I'd love to know that you're here when you get here. I'm going to send, first of all, let me find me on YouTube. Let me find me. And then I'm going to send a link to the Telegram folks to let them know where to find us so they can join us easily. I know sometimes it's hard, you guys. I hear sometimes that you guys, whether it doesn't matter what channel we're on, but if I'm on one or the other channel, sometimes you can't find what's going on. So I'm going to hit that like button. I'm going to copy this and send it over to, not Messenger, I want Telegram. There we go. Just waiting for everything to open up here. There we go. There we go. Live now on YouTube. And then I'll give them the link. There we go. All done. All right. So let's open up some Happy Mail. Hey, Pat, how are you? How are you, friend? Welcome, welcome. So this Happy Mail, well, I have two different sets of Happy Mail. This one is from Linda Glenham. Linda Glenham sent me this. So thank you, Linda. And then my friend Missy sent me the other thing. I'm going to show you what Missy sent me first. Let me get into StreamYard and make this screen bigger so you can just see better. There we go. Oh, that looks funky with my tape on there. Okay, Missy, my friend Missy, who I've known for, gosh, it's got to be over 30 years. Wired for Love. Look how cute this is. Handmade paper doll ornament by Missy Parker Berquist in Erie, Pennsylvania. I went to college in Erie, and then I worked for my alma mater for several years in college admissions, where Missy and I worked together. That was ages and ages ago. So this will come off here. Obviously, this is just her like business identification card. But look at this sweet doll she made. She had posted them and asked if anybody wanted one, and I said, but of course I want one. It's so delicate and so pretty. It's got like a glass bead for the head, and it's green, which is just fantastic. The little witch's hat is probably my favorite part about this Missy. I don't know. Can I pick? Look at her hands. This little hand is holding a crystal. Let me see if I can get something behind this to show you. Like a piece of paper or something. Something dark. Can you see that? This little hand is holding a crystal. And this little hand is she's just got her fingers splayed out like that. I love the copper details. Missy, I love her so much. And Missy, just so you know, hanging up right here, right in front of me, is the other one that you made for me that I got from you. This one here. Oh my gosh, the little heart balloon. They are so precious, these little ornaments that she makes. If anybody's interested in getting an ornament, like this would make such a sweet little gift. You know, October, fall, Halloween, gifty for, say you had like adult grandchildren, people who have a dorm room or their first apartment, or even a house they've lived in for 30 years like me. Well, we haven't lived in this house for 30 years, but what a nice little addition. These are just going to get hung right in front of me. This other one, I'm adding it to my sweet collection. I need to get another hanger for that, but I'm going to put it aside. So thank you, Missy. And then she wrote me this sweet note on a big M for Missy. She's a sweetheart. She lives in Erie. Hey, Callie, how are you? Hey, Lynn. I know, it's so cute. She's so cute. How tiny, she said. Yeah, it's so adorable. Can you imagine the intricate detail putting that thing together? She is a true artist. Callie, my girlfriend Missy makes them. If you really are interested, will you, I can see you're asking where can I get one of those. She doesn't have like a business storefront or anything. She sells them from her Facebook page, her profile, her personal profile, which I can obviously send her a message and say I have someone that is interested and make a connection with you guys if you want me to. Do you want me to do that? I'll actually, you know what I'll do is just write that down on a piece of paper so that is anybody else interested? I'm trying to pay a paper artist here, paper creator, just looking for a piece of paper to write on. Can you believe that? Hold on, girls. I always have like scrap paper sitting right here. Here, I've got some little Post-its. All right, Callie, you got it, girl. I'll make a connection. So for Missy, Callie wants a witch. She has a bunch of them that she makes throughout the year. She has mugs. She has all kinds of things that she does. Really, really pretty pieces. Oh, Lynn is interested. All right. Lynn, I got you down. I'll try to make a connection for you girls with Missy. So Callie and Lynn, if anybody else wants their name on here to get a little witch, she has all different designs of them. You know, like this one is this way, but she has other ones that have the skirts are different, the arms are different, you know, the little headpiece or the bow, they're just different, but they're all so precious. Kelly, isn't that true? The truth. We're always searching for writing paper. How is that possible? How is that even possible? All right. Well, let's see this happy mail that I got from, this is, I think, Linda, this is the first time you've sent me happy mail, but I'm super excited. She asked me for my address, and I was, and a lot of people ask me for my address. And I do, I do it like I just go ahead and share it with them if they're crafty chicks that I know. And Linda's been hanging out on our page, so shared my address, and then she sent me some goodies. I don't know what's in here. I should not be using that, right? I want to protect her address, so I have this upside down. Oh my gosh, I don't know what goodies I got, but I'm excited. So you guys, I got to go to the dentist today. I don't leave my house often, truthfully. I don't really leave my house. I work from home, so I stay home most of the time. If I can have the boys pick up groceries for me, I have them do that, meaning like I'll do the online order and then have them pick them up. Oh, I want to show you this too. Hold on. I got some things to share with you guys. So anyway, don't leave the house very often. But today I'm going to go to the dentist to follow up with that crown that I was having issues with. So I think I'm going to try to get to the thrift store. I'm so excited. I love a thrift store run. Ooh, pretty packaging. My goodness, Linda. What on earth? I love this. It's recycled. I love this so much. I'm just going to hold this here as a snapshot of how freaking pretty is that. This is recycled packing material. Ladies, you know, like maybe you bought something glass and they wrap it in this. I've never seen any like this. But girl, this is going to become a page in a junk journal for sure. Or maybe even a cover. I don't go out often either, Lynn says. I like it that way. Girlfriend, you and me. In fact, last night I did get together with my friends. We try to get together once a month, but I don't make it often, to be truthful with you. Mainly in the last year because I haven't felt well a lot. But they were getting together last night at my friend Downey's house, and I did go, and we just sat around and caught up with one another, chit-chatted. Downey had the fire pit going in the backyard, so he sat out on her patio, and she had hot dogs on a stick for anybody who wanted one, and s'mores, and of course some bevies. I tried a new sparkling water that I hadn't tried before, so that was good. So it was really nice to get out and see my friends. But I really don't get out very often. Tamara, you don't either. So this is really good. It's really good that we are all connecting here and that we have each other as friends, right? We're friends here online, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, she probably does, Lynn. She really does create seasonally. So you can absolutely ask her when I make that connection between you and her. Hi, Gia. Good morning, friend. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining me. I don't even want to open this. It has this little card that says hope. Added a few extra things. Linda, I don't want, it's so pretty. I don't even want to open it, but look at the pretty sari ribbon that she gave me. You girls, when any like packaging, whether you intend it to be pretty or not, my eye is always like, oh, I can use that in my junk journals. It's a beautiful thing about being a junk journaler, is the joy that we get from things that probably a lot of people don't even pay attention to. But I love, 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 Linda, the way that you wrapped this. So let's see what goodies Linda has in store for me in here. I'm going to open it like a book. More beautiful tissue paper that matches the sari ribbon. What is in here? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, what did you send me? Oh my goodness. Some textiles. Let's see what we got here. This is like tulle, and it's got these little, did you make these out of tulle or it actually looks like cheesecloth that has this has been dyed. Oh my word. Little rolls that I can put on the edges of my book. And in fact, Linda, oh my gosh, these are fantastic. There's a book that I want to work on today. These would be great for edges in my book. So I'm putting these aside with that book because I think that they would go great. Oh, and this has like a gold shimmer to it. Look at how gorgeous that is. It's so dainty and lovely. Okay, what is this now? What could this be from? It has a little hem on it. It's very sheer. Could it be a scarf? I don't know, but I love it and it's beautiful. Do you see that? How pretty that is? Oh my goodness. I'm in love. I'm in love. What a great way to start my day, Linda. You, seriously, this little bit of happy mail is truly making my heart so happy. Here's another piece of what I would imagine is, Linda, if you're here and you can name the types of fabrics that these are, please do that because I'm not sure. But look at how sheer this one is too. This is all doubled up. I don't know what that is, but I love the crinkly aspect of it. Oh my goodness, so dainty and light and pretty. Wow, I'm thrilled just with those little goodies, Linda. I can't even imagine what all you got in here. Look at this little pouch. What? Linda, wait a minute. OMG, it's got little pineapples all over it. It says aloha. And she's put all these goodies in here for me. This is like, oh, I'm looking for the beginning. Where's the beginning of this? Is this it right here? Nope. Here, maybe. Yes. So I call this variegated, like you would have variegated thread that has different colors. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the word I remember from quilting. It's on a little playing card. How cute. You are so precious to send this. This would be great binding. Actually, there's a bunch of cards in there. Look at them all. What, Linda? So clever. I'm going to put this in with my binding materials because that would be great for binding a book together. I see here, this is that thing you put on the outside, and I can see you sent me more of them. This one is going to go in my daily journal because you wrote a little note to me on it. And in fact, when I write in my daily journal, I'll put the actual date on there too. Okay, is this called eyelash ribbon? Does anybody know? Is that what this is called? It's so sweet and fluffy. You see how it has all the little tendrils coming off of it? Again, look at this. Sweet cards, sweet cards. Okay, I want to try, well, this I'm going to put with my binding stuff. So I'm definitely taking that out. These, I'm going to try to keep them in the packaging as she has it because it's so clever and beautiful. Wow, you have loaded me up, friend. Eyelash ribbon. Have you ever heard it called that? I've heard several people on YouTube calling that type of ribbon eyelash ribbon lately. Oh no, no, Annette, you had a tooth pulled and then they want to do a crown too. girlfriend. Jeez, I'm sorry for that. I had to get a little drink of water from my big bottle. I'm so sorry for that. That's just not fun. Just not fun, not fair. All right, more crinkly ribbons, which are fantastic. And what is this little sweetheart? This little sweet. Wait, hold on. There it is. Oh, look at how sweet. Now, this will not match with this journal that I'm using now, but I would love to use it soon. So I have a bin. I have actually several bins now that I just titled Trim. And this will go in my trim bin. And these more of these seam bindings that are dyed seam bindings. Look, I love the crinkly nature of these. And these, I'm going to use these up so good. Girlfriend, you cannot imagine how excited I am. I love all of this stuff. And then some gorgeous napkins. Wow. It's kind of like a really cool gray background, which is unique. I haven't seen that before. Ooh, are they Black-Eyed Susans? They look like a sunflower from the front, but when you see the shape of that, isn't that called a Black-Eyed Susan? I don't know. I'm not a flower person, but yep, there they are again. Or cone flowers. What are they called? Does anybody know? Where's Mary DiCarlo? She's our resident gardener. I always rely on her. She seems to really know her stuff. Oh, wow. A sweet birdie for the comfy nest. Has anybody else heard it called? Lynn is asking, eyelash ribbon, question mark? That's a fun comment. Eyelash ribbon, that's what I've heard. Thread, is that what you've heard it called? Is thread, Mary? All right, let's look. Ooh, that's a great image for fall, especially. It just feels very like the vibes are really fall for me. And I was thinking, as I was looking at it, that it must continue on. Yes, that's beautiful. Buckets. I paused. Did you notice I paused? I paused because I'm thinking, ooh, my mind stops for a minute to think, where are all the applications where I can use this in such a beautiful way? Very, very pretty. Beautiful colors. What is this embossed gorgeousness? What is this? Shut the front door. Where on earth did you find this, Miss Linda? It feels like it could be a wallpaper. And if this is a wallpaper, can somebody please install this in my house? I gotta grope it. I get all gropey with the things that have texture. Are you kidding me with that? Echinacea, coneflower. See, I was thinking coneflower. Mary thinks Black-Eyed Susan, or I've never heard of the other one, Rudbeckia? I've never heard of that. Well, whatever they are, they're beautiful. This is Fabulosity. She sent me some paper, some book pages. Ancient Greece and Rome. Look at how tarnished these are, which is so authentically vintage, or oh, I love it. Pre-loved, pre-used. Ha! Look at these guys. Woohoo! I love it. This is a great book. This came from an awesome book. And they're really thick, actually. They're quite thick. There's only 3 pages here. But it feels, in my hand, it feels really heavy. Like there should be like 8 or 10 pages here. But it's 3 pages. Holy buckets. Fabulous. Some more fall themed sweet napkins. And look at this beautiful, enormous butterfly. Do I get 4 of these on one? The colors. Amazing. Just amazing. All of these goodies. Linda, thank you. Sweet friend, thank you for the happy mail. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate all the attention and the way that you wrapped and gathered everything. Girl, you could have an Etsy shop. Seriously, I'm in love with these things. And actually, I'm going to keep them close by because we're going to be working on a book now. And I am thinking maybe I could be using some of these things in this book. You'll see here in a minute. I know, they're all so gorgeous. I'm groping. How do you think that has texture? I know it sounds so creepy, but I grope the things, Lynn. I grope all of the things. I need to get some hand lotion. My hands are feeling exceptionally dry. So just give me a second to do the lotion. Do the lotion. Rudbeckia is the formal name of a black-eyed Susan. Oh, geez. Mary. See? This girl knows her stuff. Did I say Mary DiCarlo? Mary, I'm sorry. She knows her stuff, this Miss Mary. I deem you queen of the gardening. Queen of the flowers. Wouldn't that be a fun title to have? Okay, this is the book. One of the books that I'm working on. Started it with the Craft Therapy Club on Tuesday with live crafting. I have done another. So if you are in the Craft Therapy Club, shout out to all my club members. Give me a Heidi Ho in the comments. This has moved beyond what you saw on Tuesday. I recorded another video to show you how I got to this point since what we did on Tuesday. So I'll be sharing that inside the club. So don't worry, you'll get to see how I got to this point. But it's a tab binding book. So I used fabric tabs to attach the covers to 5 2-page signatures that are also attached with tabs. All of the signatures are put together with tabs, and then I attach those with tabs to the covers. So it gives this really cool binding. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I used pieces of cardboard that I did not cut them down at all. That was the size of them. Pieces of cardboard that were from Chalk Couture. They were I had ordered some of their shapes at one point. They're shaped like wood shapes, and they came on this, like laying on this for shipping. So I saved the cardboard. Now, this here, you can see the little bubbles. That is an Amazon envelope, or a Priority Mail envelope, maybe. I can't remember which. Priority Mail. So it has like the bubble wrap. So it actually gives it kind of a cool texture, and then I covered it with fabric. So that's what that is. One thing I did not account for that I don't think I've ever used or done, and I didn't think it would throw me for a loop, but it clearly did. You probably won't even notice it if I don't point it out, but I'm going to point it out just because it's not something it didn't even occur to me to do things differently because of this. But this cardboard had rounded edges. So the way I normally cover the cardboard or what's it called? Masterboard or whatever that I'm using for my covers, I don't normally have rounded covers, and I should have accounted for that when I was doing the wrapping this and gluing it. But by the time I realized I had to do something differently, it was already done. So I did, some of them came out better than others, these rounded corners. But what I decided I would do to masquerade that a little bit is cover. And this, I started with this and thought I want to make that as a cover of a book. That's how this one started. And then I had already had some of the pages from my telephone book collage book. I had some of those already folded and stamped for a book. You guys were probably with me when I stamped some of these. Let's look. I put those big numbers and little numbers all over the phone book pages. Let's find another one there like that. I was stamping because I got those new stamps and I was playing with them on the collage paper. So each one of these signatures has one collaged phone book page, and then inside of that, another junk journal kind of page randomly from my stuff. This is that waxed paper that we made in the Craft Therapy Club. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is cover, and I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide regular gold or rose gold. So I'm going to put one of each on and show you, and maybe you could, I mean, this isn't it in totality, obviously, but do you think the rose gold or the yellow gold is a better option? with that because this one just won't stay on. I'm going to have to really glue it when it comes time. Get on there, little bugger. Rose gold or yellow gold? Which one? I'm thinking, I think that the yellow gold goes better with this base, but I think the rose gold goes better with the bird. So I don't think either one is going to be a bad option, but I wonder which one you think. That I'm going to cover probably front and back. I don't always do that, but I'll probably cover front and back. This is going to go here. I think I need to reduce this down a little bit because I do want to put some type of fabric behind it, I think. And then I'll be able to come in here and start adding pockets and other effects on the inside. Yeah, this has 5 2-page signatures. This is a signature here, 2 pages. Sewed them together. Callie, did you see that on Tuesday? Were you there for the live crafting on Tuesday? That's when I prepared all the pages. So if you can go back and watch that if you want to. Lynn's voting rose gold. Pat thinks yellow gold. I love to hear from you. So put your 2 cents worth in the comments. I am trying to decide if I should round this off or leave it square. I'm kind of thinking round because then I can put fabric underneath, another layer of fabric underneath that to make it more dimensional. It's kind of dainty the way it is. I wouldn't mind using some of my corrugated cardboard, which is very not dainty. It's very grunged. Oh yes, go back and watch the replay. Absolutely. I'm going to round this a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous. Now this is bullfinch here, so I either need to take it all off or carefully go around it, right? Let's just see if I round these off a little. Yeah. At some point you just got to bite it. I don't know even where this came from. It could have been a copy from a book. It could have been a printable that I found online. I don't know. I don't remember, but I really like it. I love the colors. Yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm going to have to get rid of that bullfinch. Sorry, birdie. I think I like the rounded better. I might leave it just like that. Maybe a little more off, just a tish off this edge. Not a lot. I don't want a lot. So my hands are little, like I want to clamp it right here, but I can't because my hand doesn't span the whole width of that bird. So I got to get creative about it. There, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to darken those edges. I put the garbage can way behind me, so I'm reaching behind. You can't see it, but I'm reaching behind myself, and I'm going to try to just hit the garbage, but I don't know. Most of the time I miss anyway. Most of the time I don't get it right. All right, let's look for a little distress ink. This may already have some on here. And I think I am just going to do, yeah, a very faint brown. Not coming into the paper, the color of the paper very much. I really am just hitting the edges. So most of the time I come into the paper quite a bit. This time I'm not doing that. And it does make a difference. As faint as it is, it still does make a difference. Hey, Janet Phelan, how are you? Happy Friday. So we had 1 vote for rose gold and 1 vote for yellow. Let me decide what is going to go behind this. And I have two, in my mind, I really feel like I have 2 options. Either I'm going to go with a fabric or I'm going to go with a cardboard. I mean, I don't want paper. I don't think I want paper. So either a fabric or a cardboard. Let's just take a peek quick, because she just sent me all this fabulous fabric, and just see if there's something in here that might go well, since she just sent these to me. I think I want something with a little more contrast. There's that metallic, which is, oh man, if I used a chunk of this metallic back here, how fancy pantsy is that? Then that could really make up my mind for me with the yellow gold edges. Linda, this might get featured on my book. I don't want to use all of it because it's so fantastic. But she sent me a big chunk here. It fit really well back there. That one big piece fit really well. But I don't want to use all of it. I want to save some of it for another project. So if I did cut it in half, it keeps sticking to my dried fingers. If I did cut it in half, I would still have plenty to be hanging out around there. I'm willy-nilly cutting. That's what I call that. I just snorted. I willy-nilly cut it, girl. I'm cutting it willy-nilly. Now this is awfully flimsy. So I could do two things. I could either put it on another paper backing to make it more stiff. It would just give it a different vibe than if I put it on there, you know, without the backing. It's just going to give it a different vibe. There's no right or wrong. It's just, what do you feel like doing? I don't want any harsh edges like this point. I don't want a point. I wouldn't mind if this got scrunched up back there, so it's a little puffy. You see, like that. So when I glue it down, I'll likely scrunch it up under there. And then I literally don't want that point sticking out. So I'm going to go like this. There. It just felt too edgy. Okay. Now, I'm just thinking whether I want to add anything else to this. I really rather like it the way it is because it's so simple. Am I going to want a closure? I did this closure in a way I haven't done one before. I learned it from somebody. I didn't make it up on my own. I saw somebody else do it and I was like, that's a great idea. I'm going to do it for this book. And I don't know who it was, so I'm sorry. I can't give her credit, but she tied a button to elastic band. And I had this, it was packaging on something I bought and I saved it. So the fact that it's black worked out great for this Halloween creepy book that I made. But then you wrap it around and you just hook it onto the button and it makes the greatest little closure. I'm going to grab my binding envelope because I may have a little more rubber bands that I could use. You're a willy-nilly girl yourself, Lynn, you and me. Willy-nilly girls unite. Yellow corners, yeah. I know you're fond of your rose gold, but I'm thinking the yellow corners for this. Oh, I spied something in the corner over here. I just spied something that might make sense. And this was Happy Mail too. One of you sent me these. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to stick them here for now while we decide. And this that Linda just sent me would match. But I'm going to see if in this envelope that just has a lot of binding stuff in it. I bought myself some new wax threads, so I have some colors. I don't need those now. I'm looking for, here's some rubber bands. I bought these and it was a purchase that I regretted, to be honest with you. I had hoped I could send them back, and with Amazon it was like, these are $10 and it was going to be $6 to send it back. So I was like, no, I guess I'm keeping them. But I don't love them. I wanted to have a variety of colors of elastic. like if I can find a button, I could do the same closure on this one, maybe with this elastic. Let's see how much of this there is. It would be kind of wide though, wouldn't it? The nice thing about the rubber band closure is that I have plenty of this. It can grow with your book. I don't love that color on there at all. It's just too harsh. So no. That's a no. This is what Linda just sent me, and that matches much better. So I think maybe I'll end up using that. Let's just see. I think first, I don't necessarily want this. Let's use this for the closure. Let's just decide that. But I don't want it in front of my bird. So I could put this down before the bird and then glue everything on top of that. Let's do that. So let's just decide, how do we want this to look? So if I glued it down under here, I would need to have enough to easily tie a ribbon and enough. I'm going to go a little longer than necessary. Thank you, Miss Linda. Putting that in my binding bin, my binding folder. So long enough so that when I tie it, it has room to grow for this to expand and get bigger. And so it looks decorative and pretty. And I think I'll probably put a dangly on this as well. But let's get that on there. That's how that will look with this on top. Now it's really coming together as something super pretty. And then these will be on the edges. So I need 4 of these. I'm glad I got a variety pack of these, but I will say I had more of this color, and this is usually the color that I go to. It's like a brassy, coppery color. And these I don't use as often, obviously. So you can see I'll have no more gold. No, sorry, I'll have 2 gold left. There's one right there. I use the rose gold least, honestly, as you can see from that set. But a variety set is a nice option. Okay, I'm going to glue. We're going to start gluing. I think I will use the Sticky Mickey Fabri-Tac. Let's glue this down first. Just hang tight here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's the 4th one, so middle would be just technically a little bit higher. It seems. I'm going to glue this down first. Here it comes. Ugh, get ready for sticky fingers. That's what happens. So Downey, if you end up watching this, thank you for the goodies last night. Thank you for hosting us, our friends, at your house. Thank you, and Ken, for the hospitality on your deck. That was awesome, on your patio. And for the treats, Miss Downey gets, or I don't know if you still do, Downey, I didn't even ask you, but she gets some, like, I used to get FabFitFun, which was a subscription, and they sent you a box. Oh, every quarter you got a box of like girly goodies is what I would call it. It was like samples of lotions, and you might get like a new water bottle or lots of like sunscreen, lotions, lip balms, exfoliators, things like that. I used to get that quarterly. I don't get it anymore, but I think that Downey gets those in the mail, things like that. And then she shares with us, because she gets a lot of different samples of skincare and stuff like that. So she shared her samples with us last night. So I grabbed a couple of I grabbed an exfoliating mask, a little sample bottle of that, and what was the other one? There were a couple of like masks. So thank you, Miss Downey, for sharing your samples with us. I love girly samples. I think they're so fun. I'm just trying to scrunch this so it appears I don't want it to just lay flat. That's boring. It doesn't give any texture, right? So I'm trying to scrunch it in to itself. Oh my gosh, it's sticking to my fingers more than anything. Stop that. This came in the Craft Box Relay. And I think my other one got so sticky that I threw it out. It's from the Dollar Tree. It's like, I think you find it in the makeup section in the Dollar Tree. It's just a silicone tip. But see how it wants to stick to my fingers. It doesn't stick to the silicone so much. So when you're having trouble working with... Okay, see, the way that I scrunched it up, it's a little bit lost. So I'm going to pull it out a little more, like right here. I need to pull it out a little more, and it hasn't quite dried, so I still have time to do that. This is going to go in the center. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. I may cut that down a little bit, but I'm not worried about that right now. Now, when I stick this down, the thing about this is if I just put a couple of dots of glue, that's exactly where it's going to stick, and you're going to see that through the paper. So this is why I'm debating, maybe I need to put this on something else, like a piece of fabric or something. What if I put it on a piece of this tissue paper? It's so thin, the paper. If I took a bit of this packing paper from her, I don't want to lose the look of the gold. So here's what I'm going to do. First, let's cover this because I always have trouble with my glues. So let's cover that. Then I'm going to take a glue stick and I'm going to try to give this thing a little more thickness without putting like watercolors or cardstock behind it. I just want it so that the glue doesn't show through on this. So I'm going to take this, and I think this is not, oh, it is connected that way. So let's do this. We're going to do layers of this, and then I'm going to cut around. I'm going to do it really loose, and then I'm going to cut the excess around so I can't see it so much. I'm going to do several layers of this. See, this is junk journaling at its finest. That tissue paper, I can't even tell you. I mean, think about in your lifetime how much tissue paper you've thrown in the garbage before you started junk journaling. Now I don't look at anything the same. Tissue paper does not go in the garbage. It can be used in some way, in some format. So it feels very fabric-like with all of that. I'm going to try and decide if I should cut around or tear around the edges. Do I want any of this peeking through? So I'm going to start by tearing it and having some of it peek through. And then if I don't like it, I can always cut and get rid of it. But let's take a peek at what that, yeah, I like that. I like it. Whoops. Just trying to get rid of the corn, like the angled corners. It feels a little more substantial. That's what I was looking for. Putting it behind me. I have no idea if it's in the garbage. Now this, we got our two straight edges, which I'm not thrilled by, right? You know me by now. So let's pick at these a little bit. I love all trinkets and embellishments. Miss Janet says, Janet, you and me, friend. I do too. All right, this is so close to this that I think I'm going to end up just losing it. You're not going to be able to see it a whole lot. Well, I guess that wasn't too bad. You can see a little bit of it sticking out there. It's like confetti. Okay, that just gives it a little more strength. I still feel like it's a little bit thin, so I'm going to grab at my packing paper. Ooh, I almost fell. I tripped on something. Okay, here's my... No, I don't want that one because I certainly don't want any purple showing up. Hold on, I've got two of these rolls of painted papers. And maybe... Oh. I don't know that I want that hanging out. I don't know. But this is even thicker yet. geez. I think I like it. Oh, jeez. That's what I'm going to do because I'm not entirely... Oh, do you guys have trouble making decisions when you're creating? Do you get like, oh, I can't decide? I have the benefit of having you here. You're even though I'm by myself, technically, in my room by myself, I have all of you in the comments as my friends helping me decide on all these things. So this, I love the grunge effect that this gives, and I'm not entirely sure, so I don't want to glue it down yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear around the edges as close as I can and see how much of this pops out. If it's too much, then I'll know. So I'm trying to go just beyond. So we have layers here, right, of different kinds of paper. Got the paper that the bird is on. We got tissue paper behind that. We're gonna have this, maybe this packing paper behind that, and then the fabrics behind that. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of junk journal goodness here. I needed this to hold it in place, so I'm tearing. And it doesn't lose its spot. Oh, now it feels like a flower to me because it's just curling up on itself and like making this surrounding. Do you think that that's too much? Do you like it with that or without? Oh, I think I like it without. I don't know, girls. I can't decide. Without or with the grunge, the layer of grunge. The layer of grunge makes it darker. Can you see that? How it like adds a shadow to it, which I don't think is a bad thing. I love this layered effect there, and you can see the metallic copper coming out from there. This is super feminine and soft, but actually, ladies, the book pages on the inside are my like collaged pages, and there's some grunge about on the inside. It's not entirely like soft and pretty. There's a grunge element to the inside, so I'm kind of feeling like this, although I love that aesthetic more, I think that this matches the vibe of the book on the inside more. This is why a lot of times I do the cover last, because I think that the cover should match the vibe of what's going on the inside. I like the softness too in it. Lynn says don't use the darker surface. But do you see my reasoning for wanting to? Because really it does have a very grunge vibe when you open the book. It is not like here. I think I'm going to get a really soft Victorian book on the inside, and it's not that at all. It's very grunged up. Oh, goodness gravy. Lynn says, so make the grunge on the inside a surprise. Everybody likes it with the softness. All right, we'll do that. I'm going to save this, of course, because you know I can't throw it out. It's my painted goodness that I love so much. So we'll do it like this. I still do feel like this needs, it's wet, still wet from the glue, but I still feel it like it needs something back there to just anchor it. Has nothing to do with the look of it. It's going to be hidden, but it needs something solid back there to anchor. So I'm going to look and see what I have next to me for paper. I don't want to use those decorative papers. I'm just going to grab some brown paper that I can hide back there. Just hold on. I've got so much brown paper. It's not even funny how much of this packing paper I have in my life. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this or tear a piece as big as that. And it's going to be completely hidden. I just want to add another layer to the back of this that you can't see, just to give it a little more substance back here. It's just for making it strong. It's a bra. It's a bra. You're not going to be able to see it. It's just going to give it a little more stability, is my thought. This is even thinner than this paper was, to be truthful. But I really do want to give this a little more stability. I think I'm going to be fine to use this as my glue stick. As my glue, I mean. Whoops. No one will ever see it. No one will know it's back there. Shh, don't tell. Don't tell. Yeah, now it feels like, it feels better to me. Okay, let's get it on there. Let's do it. I have to switch my chair out, girls. I went to physical therapy. Was that yesterday? Was I live yesterday? What's today? Today's Friday. No, I was live with Tamara and Shauna yesterday. So I went to physical therapy on Wednesday. That's the day I wasn't live because I was in Grand Forks. Yeah, I met Lennon for lunch. That was Wednesday. And I told the lady that the chair in my craft room, I'm like, I have this bucket seat. I absolutely love it. Other than the fact that when I get off of it, I hurt. And she's like, well, don't get rid of it. She said, don't get rid of it. I think we still need to be working on, because I'm recovering from that hysterectomy. We still need to be working on your core strength and stability. So she gave me a whole new round of exercises to keep up with. I'm going to see her next week again for another update. But I was happy she said don't get rid of it, because I do love the chair. It's that teal saddle seat. Is that what I said? Did I say bucket or saddle? It's a teal saddle chair, and I love it. It slides around my room so easily. It's really easy for me to get around my space. But it hurts me. And she said, I think it's because the shape of the chair after coming off of my surgery, that's not a good idea. So I switched my chair out, and it doesn't have rollers. I just grabbed another chair from the house. Does not have rollers, so it's not as easy for me to get around in here. Okay, I am going to glue this down so that it's not completely wonky hanging out here. I'm just going to do a little tacking of this back here. I don't need it to be like solidly, and I'm not even going to stretch it. I got to be careful not to stretch it. I want it to be soft on there, not pulled tight. I want it to keep its crimped look, which is so fantastic. That way it's a little more controlled. And out here, I am going to just trim off a tish of this. I'm going to round this off a little bit. I don't want a straight line, so I'm careful to kind of wiggle the scissors back and forth. Is that so pretty or what? And now I can get started with gluing these down. Hey, Kim, how are you, friend? Happy Friday. What's everybody up to this weekend? Oh, you guys, I just made a contact with somebody. Don't tell my husband. Honey, if you're listening, baby, consider this my anniversary gift. I cracked myself up. Honey, if you're listening to me, baby darling, happy wedding anniversary. 21 years, baby. We've made it this far. We can keep doing this. I made a connection with somebody on Facebook before I admit it. I said, don't tell my husband, but then if he's listening, oh, darn it. Cat's out of the bag. Well, he'll know when I bring it home. I made a connection. There is a woman on our Facebook marketplace locally who is selling a secretary desk. And it's so sweet. And she's selling the chair to go with it. And it's so sweet and vintage. And I'm going to buy it. I got to drive to meet her because she lives about an hour, probably an hour to an hour and 15 minutes from where I live. But she agreed to meet me on the main highway. So I'm going to meet her tomorrow and get this secretary desk. And I'm so excited because I write happy mail to all the club members. In fact, I'm doing postcards today. And I sit at my big desk doing them, but it would be so charming to sit at a secretary desk and leave I have special postcards, special stamps, special pens, special stickers that I use just for the mailings that go out to the club members. And I keep them all at my regular desk, but I would love to have a little writing desk. So I found this one. You guys, this is coming along so beautifully. If I hold it this way, you can see it better. I'm loving this so much. I hope you like it as much. I think those are going to stay on nicely. I'm going to check on the inside and make sure there's no oozing glue and that like this looks okay. No, there's no oozing glue, so I did a pretty darn good job of that. Let's get the back ones on. But lots of little bits of tissue paper and other papers hanging out around here. Anyway, I'm going to have a new secretary's desk tomorrow. Now, it does look very beaten up. It looks like it could use a good coat of paint. It's like a natural brown wood. It's just wood, right? But I don't think I'm going to do that. I used to paint furniture. I used to love to paint furniture. I used to hunt down pieces of used furniture so I could paint them and then resell them here locally. But I don't have the energy for that, to be truthful with you. I need some leverage here to really push that in place. So I don't think I'm going to paint it. I think I'm going to leave it natural. I was watching some reel the other day, and the woman, she bought a wooden shelf that she was putting up on the wall. It was another thrifter. And she had this lemon oil wood cleaner that I hadn't seen before. I think it's the brand is Howard or Howard's. And I kind of took a mental note of that because I thought if I ever buy anything wood that really needs a good cleaning, this is so crazy actually that happened just this week. I took note of this Howard wood cleaner because her video, it just did such a beautiful job of cleaning up this old icky shelf that she bought from a thrift store. It turned out beautifully when she cleaned it up with this stuff. So I put it in my Amazon cart thinking, well, I'm not going to buy it unless I need it. And then I found this secretary desk. So I think I'm going to order that lemon Howard wood cleaner. It's not a brand I've ever heard of before. I can feel oozing glue on this side. But it looks to do a really nice job. Okay, I definitely have some oozing glue happening here. I got to clean up my mess because I don't want this stickiness here. I will. I'll share pictures for sure. I'm so excited about it. I really am. It looks so old-fashioned and cute and sweet. And yeah. Okay, talk about old-fashioned, cute, and sweet. This cover is so darling. I can't even with it. I said I might put a little dangly right here. So just be patient with me. I'm going to leave this open so that if I have any of that oozing glue, it doesn't stick to these pages. So what I normally do, first of all, Gracie, cover the glue. But I would take something like my glue bottle just to hold up these pages so that they're not touching those while they're drying. So I would do something like that and just leave it there for a few minutes. I'm going to look for my danglies. Now, I might have moved them. I had them in this drawer right next to me, and I think I moved them. I just want to see if I have one already made. This is why I pre-make and mass make things for junk journals. Yes, here they are. Nope, those are some of them. Let's see, that's not all of them, though. I have some that are more fabric-y. Those ones look like paper. Here are the fabric-y ones. Not paper. These look like they have, some of them have beads, some of them have paper. These are the fabric-y ones. And the ones I made before are more dainty, but they may be too big. They all may be just a little too big. I love this because it has this big butterfly on it. Maybe I'll put that on the cover too, but that's not what I need for just the, I don't have anything really little. Hang tight, girls. I know I want something really teeny or on the smaller end and metallic, I'm thinking. These are all kind of bigger than what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna have to make one. I don't have a teeny one. Hold on. We're gonna do it, girls. I'm gonna get a bulb pin in gold. I'm digging around back here. A set of buttons would be cute. Yeah, that was the thing, Lynn. I was asking her. Lynn said, I'm so jealous. I want a nice desk, but I really do not have room for one. That was the thing. So these secretary desks can be really small. Like, okay, so too small to use as a full desk for office work is my thought. However, it needs to be big enough so you can store what you need in it. So it's hard to find the right size is my thought with this. So I had to ask her for the dimensions because I only have 2 places where this thing could go in my house. My husband does not like we both don't like a lot of stuff in the house. I'm looking for my beads and charms, so hang tight. Neither one of us like a lot of stuff in the house. We like things to be pretty simple. So I know he's going to be like, more stuff. But I really want this desk. Okay. I'm looking for a little gold something or other. I found this gold rose, but it's too big. Here's a really little one. That's perfect for what I'm thinking. I wouldn't mind putting a charm or two or a bead or two on here, but they would have to be really little. These are different golds. That gold looks more orange gold, but it's the only gold bulb pin I have. They look very different to me. Okay. I might add a bead to this. Maybe one under, one over. Let's see. I will definitely need some tweezers because I cannot, now my fingers have glue all over them, pick out these little beads. This one looks like a good one. I grabbed it on the wrong end, but I think if I put one behind it and one in front of it, it could be really pretty. If I could find that same one, what is the chances? That one's rather big though. Whoops. I lost the back of my earring last night too. I was putting my earrings in to go to my friend's house to look a little presentable, and Gannon handed me the phone. Chris had called. He had handed me the phone while I was putting my earring in, and it was a stud earring, just a little diamond earring. And so I was trying to get the backing on, and as I was taking the phone, I said to Gannon, "You don't want to talk to your dad?" Because he answered it and like immediately handed it to me. And I was thinking, I just need to get this earring back in, and I didn't get it in all the way. And then I got off the phone and forgot to like really make sure it was on there. And by the end of the night, it was gone. Thankfully, I didn't lose the diamond. I just lost the backing. But now for both of them, wait, did I do this right? I did not. I need the rose facing the other direction. So anyway, I was like, thank you, Jesus. I didn't lose the diamond. I just lost. And it's just the teeniest little diamond, but it's the only diamond pair of earrings that I own. I was like, man. Now I lost both backings. So now I want this hanging on here, but I think I need to move it over a tish more toward the front. And in fact, I might go through both of these fabrics. Every time I try to get it on there, the bead pops off. There's got to be a way, Gracie. There's got to be a way. I just want this as a little decorative dangly coming off right near where our little bow will sit. Little rose hanging out right there on the front. How cute. How cute. This, I don't want that loosey-goosey there. Let's secure it down. Many layers of papers here. I'm afraid because the papers are so fragile and thin that it'll rip. So I am going to secure these down. Oh, I usually like lots of movement and I like things loose. But in this instance, to protect it from ripping, I am going to secure it down a little tighter than it is. There. What do you think? Thank you for the advice on that paper. I appreciate it. Do not come see me. Our house seems to be overtaken with crafty stuff right now. Oh, Lynn, that's funny. That is so funny. I have a question: how to get the little hole protector in the middle of a journal if you're going to use them for all your signatures. How to get the hole protector. I hope that makes sense. I can't remember what they're called. I don't know what you mean, Kim. How to get the hole protector in the middle of your signature of a journal if you're going to use them for all. I think you're using them in your monthly journal. Hole protectors. I don't know what you mean, Kim. See you, Lynn. Kim, can you ask or say a little more or find different words to say what you're saying? Because I'm not sure that I know what you mean. While you're doing that, I'm just going to pick up all the garbage that I missed. All the stuff that I threw behind me that missed the garbage. I'm just going to take a quick minute and do a little cleanup on aisle 7 over here. Oh, boy. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. Gracie made a mess. Oh, my Lord. I'm banging things. It's like a whole ruckus back here. While Kim is typing. Eyelets. How do you get them in the middle of your journal? You have to have the big crocodile. Hold on, Kim. More banging coming. So this crocodile gives you this reach that's about 6 inches. Well, to get you in the middle of a 12 by 12 paper. As opposed to this one, you only have like this much reach to make the hole and to set the eyelet. This one, you can get all the way in. Like you can get pretty far in on a piece of paper because you're setting it and you're making the holes over here. So you need this long arm reach. And it has this little ruler to help you set. So if you have to do a bunch of them, you can set this. So this is the Crop-A-Dile 2. It's in my Amazon store. So if you plan on buying it, I'm not ashamed of asking you to use my link so that I get a little teeny tiny commission for recommending it. Crop-A-Dile 2 will be your friend for far-reaching hole making. Yeah, you need that one. It's a good investment. It's a good investment. Yeah, let me see, Kim. Since you're asking specifically, I will get you the Amazon link because, like I said, I could use the little bit of income. And like we get the teeniest. It doesn't change the price for you at all, but it does give me a teeny tiny commission for each purchase. And in fact, actually, if you use any of my Amazon links, even if you buy laundry detergent, so if you use this Amazon link that I'm giving you in the comments to buy anything, peanut butter, honey, it doesn't matter what you buy. If you use one of my links to shop Amazon, I will get a teeny commission on whatever you purchase because in essence, you're going to Amazon from my link. So anything that you purchase, but you would do it each time you shop. So there you are. There's the link. You buy stuff every day, girl. I was thinking just today, I gotta stop, girl. I gotta stop. I gotta show some reserve. I need to, especially because the holidays are coming soon. What are we doing? This one the link that I gave you, the one that I pulled up, it's called the Big Bite. This one is more of a really pretty green. Mine is more teal. This one is a really pretty. The one that they're showing. Oh, I guess it shows 2 different colors. I don't think you get to pick your color though, but it's a green of sorts. Oh, and now that I've got it pulled up on my computer, I can see all the eyelets. I need more eyelets. I gotta stop. I ordered. So I told you guys I ordered a binder for my stamps, and they came, and they're enormous. They're just much too big. So I'm sending that back today. Do I want to do a cluster of buttons? I'm sending it back. And I ordered a different one that's smaller. Let's see if I have anything kind of. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a little cluster of buttons over here. I would want teeny ones if I did. That's kind of a cool button. It's a really different shape. Looks like it needs to be cleaned up though. There's like still, there it is, bits of fabric on there that were kind of unseemly. I want one that's more cream colored now. There's one. Oh. That's funny with all these buttons that you have, right? I have a whole huge mason jar that I got in an antique store. But you still feel like I just can't find the right button. With the buttons, without the buttons. Not sure that I like the buttons alone. So what I want a little bit like a lace and button cluster. Kind of sitting right here. What do you think? I half want to tie the buttons together. Like I want to sew them together. I don't know why I feel like they need to be connected. This one's throwing me off a little bit. Oh, that's a big mamma jamma. I want something dainty, little, teeny, tiny, different shapes. So this one has 4 holes. This one has 2 holes. This one is more white. They are all clearly, that one looks like it's made out of shells. They're all clearly different buttons. This is all that stuff that Linda sent me. And what if I took this pretty, I would cut it down so it's a little smaller, and I could cluster the buttons on top of that. So they have something a little more sturdy to hold on to. I like it. What do you think? You love the green? I do too. I don't know if you're going to get that one if you order it from Amazon, but it is really pretty. I kind of like this. I think it needs to be a little smaller. So this, I would snip here. And I know it's sewn together, but I think glue can hold things pretty well. Like this. I'm just doing it, girls. I'm doing it. Let's use the sticky. I love this. Here it comes, Gracie. Don't get too aggressive because then I get too much glue and I feel like it's out of control, and I'm bunching it because I don't want it to just lay flat. I want it to be a little bit curled up. So I'm bunching it in the middle so that it has a little bit of flair to it. And we'll put this behind there. Now I just cut this, so I need to make sure to secure where I cut it, that stitch. So I'm going to put a little bit of this at the stitch. And this is the back. And then lots of glue right down the center of that. Oh my Lord, I have lots of glue on my hands. So that's what we got. And I might budge this whole thing a little further north. Just it's a little bit too close to my bird. Let's get you more north. So funny. There. And now the buttons. I'm exhausted just from just doing that. Okay, here we go. Oh, these buttons have different looks on one side than the other. Come on, glue. One. Two. Love to know what you're thinking of this. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. This will end up being one of the books that I make available in the Crafty Chicks Club for sale, or, you know, I don't know, you guys. I just have done 2 books with Spin the Wheel. So you buy a spot on the wheel for a chance to win the book. The spots are $5 a piece. I've done that twice. It's worked great. I wonder if I should be doing a combination of that and selling them outright. It's hard to know what makes the most sense. So your feedback is always really good for me. Oh my gosh, so precious. So precious. And this little piece that I cut that from, I'm tempted to add a bit of glue on the back of this too to make sure that it doesn't budge and come apart, because I cut the thread. So that means it would be, the thread is cut, then it's loose. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue back here to hold, oh geez Louise, now it's stuck to me, to hold it together, and I'll just let it air dry right like that. That way I can use that at some point on something too. Yeah, Kim, that's the idea. I think that for some people, I don't know how many people, if there's more people who want to do it one way or the other, I guess. But I do have, I'm going to be making some bundles of, I have a lot of, I didn't realize how much I had, but I have a lot of like textiles, laces, doilies, stuff like that, that I would love to share. I was planning on putting this somewhere on the front, but then I went with the button, so I'm obviously not going to do both. So this, I'm not going to rule that out. Perhaps that can go inside somewhere attached to another page or something. But for today, I feel like we made really good progress. We've got this dangly hanging. We got the ribbon on the outside. We got the 4 corners done. We got the cover done with this really beautiful golden mesh tool that Linda just sent me. And I used one of the little snippets she sent me. I used the tissue paper she sent me in today's Happy Mail. And then that was the graphic. This whole book started because of this graphic. I picked the graphic and said, okay, I'm going to build a book around this. And then that's where this all started from. So we made pretty good progress today. I love that these are hanging out. These are the threads from me sewing the 5 signatures. There's 2 pages in each signature. And so I sewed the 2 pages together of the 5 signatures before I tab bound them. I don't know how you would say that, but before I bound them together with the tabs. But I'm loving the way this is turning out. I think it's super cool. All right, we got to give it some dry time. And I'm going to go to the dentist today, and I do need to get to the bank. I need to get to UPS to drop something off. I need to get to, well, I don't need to, but I want to get to the thrift store. So there you have it. I have a busy day ahead of me. I thank you all for being here with me and joining me for some creative time.
do both, it gives those with less spendable income a chance. That was what I was thinking, Jenna. And that came from feedback from one of you ladies. I have not done a live sale in a very long time, but when I did do one, I think one of the books went for $85 or $90, which is fantastic for me. I really need the income. So I'm thrilled plus a ton of time goes into these books. So if I'm not getting $100 for a book, I'm making like $1 an hour, which is ridiculous because you put so much time and energy into these books. So to make that bigger income is really important for me to keep doing what I'm doing, but I don't want it to then push some people out of the realm from being able to have one of the books that I've made. So a combination of both might be the best answer. So I appreciate hearing that from you and to get your feedback. Yeah, I think so too, Kim. All right, girls. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Love you all. Thanks for being here with me. I'll catch you next time. I'll be live tomorrow. Subscribers, if you're a Facebook subscriber, I usually do it in the afternoon on Fridays, but I have this dentist appointment. So we are getting together tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here in the craft room. We'll do some creative time together. That will be on the subscriber hub from the Comfy Nest with Grace business page on Facebook. It's $1.99 to subscribe. I do one live weekly with them. Crafting, usually crafting. So join me there if you'd like to. Take care.